Look, I think mid-season adjustments in terms of swings are really perilous, and sometimes they work, but most of the time it's just like you gravitate back toward what you've always done. I know preaching patience is the thing that fans do not want to hear because they want action now. They're tired of seeing the same crap over and over again. But I just don't know what you can do, Mike, aside from be patient and look back on the body of work in Teoscar Hernandez's career and say to yourself, this is a guy who has been, borderline elite going on 5 years now. Is there any particular reason why now in his age 30 season he's going to fall apart?
So let me throw a reason at you, Jeff. Let me jump in for a moment. Let's say that the reason that all these guys, because it's not really just those two, although they're the two in the crosshairs right now, they're pressing. We all agree they're pressing. You said they're pressing. I say they're pressing. Brock says they're pressing. DePoto said they're pressing. Scott said they're pressing. We all agree that they are definitely pressing and that may be the root cause of some of the bad swing decisions, the overswings, the pull happy, all of that comes from pressing. Why are they pressing? And how do you figure that out in terms of pressure, expectations, overconfidence, lack of faith in guys around you? How do you figure out why they're pressing in order to help them with the mental side of it? Because you're right, you're not going to fix the physical side in the middle of a season.
Yeah, I don't think any of the things you said right there are necessarily the reason. I think the reason is just a very simple human emotion, which is pride. When you're used to doing something at a particular level, and for some reason you are not achieving that level, that gets in your head really quickly. That to me is the definition of pressing right there. When you're not used to your own or when you're not playing up to your own expectations, and you want to recapture that feeling. And, psychologically, you think all it's going to take is one good swing, one good AB, one solid hit ball, whether it's over the fence or to the opposite field. I don't know what the exact metrics are for each of those guys, but clearly there's something that they're looking for that they're not able to find right now. And that, to me, is where patience matters, because I don't think you can do anything. I don't think you can say anything to them that's going to resonate more than the feeling that they have already about their performance.
Well, let me throw out one other that you'll hear from fans, and I'm not necessarily suggesting this myself, but it's right here in our texts, and I certainly get it all day. Do you need a new hitting coach? Does that help?
No.
Explain why. I mean, I agree with you, but explain why that doesn't do anything.
I just don't think. I think hitting coaches are. Let me rephrase. Could a new hitting coach work? Absolutely. A new hitting coach could come in and be a different voice, could extract something different, could say something that clicks with guys. So I suppose that is an option, but it's not something that I personally would go toward right now after 5.5 weeks of games. I don't know. I don't think that right now that's the answer necessarily. I think you wait a little bit, and you run the risk, of course, if you're waiting, of burying yourself in a division that turns out is pretty good. The Rangers are real. I'm not there fully on the Angels yet, but the record's not bad. I worry about the Astros a little bit. I think, losing Justin Verlander, well, you can replace him with Hunter Brown, and that was all well and good. But losing Luis Garcia to Tommy John surgery and losing Jose Urquidy for a while, that's really taxing their rotation. And one thing that the Astros have not had in recent years is depth at the minor league level. And you're seeing that right now play out in real time. And so between their pitching concerns and Jose Abreu's struggles and injuries throughout the team, I do think the Astros are vulnerable right now, which is why if you're the Mariners, you're kicking yourself for not pouncing, because with what you had coming into this season, with the moves you made, you would envision yourself more in first place right now than in fourth.